Welcome again, everyone, to another one of our Working Out with Erin Briggs videos. We're excited to have you guys with us. You can see us kind of shaking out the, what do you say? Shaking it out.
Shaking it out, yeah, we're getting loose. Yeah, and good, well, it's morning for us. Good morning, whatever time you're watching. Happy day to you, right? Where we hope you're feeling good. So you're gonna see us start to move, and we're gonna invite you to do the same thing. You've got 4 to 5 basic movements today. The first one that we're doing is a deadlift. So go ahead and grab your exercise band, your kettlebell, your dumbbell, or if you don't have any of those, remember you can always do this with just body weight. Just mimic the movements that we're doing, and I promise you're gonna get a little bit out of this. You'll maybe get a little stronger. If you're not using any weight, for sure you'll just start moving better.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So everything we do is gonna be for 30 seconds today. This is one of our last days of doing 30 seconds. I think we've got one more day, and then after that our time changes. And again, we're looking forward to that, so don't think about it too much. Just know that some changes are coming your way, which should be fun. Exercise 2 is a row. So again, take whatever you want, and now your movement is really pulling that weight towards your body. You can see both Maggie and I are pulling our elbows up towards the ceiling, whether you're moving it towards the back wall. Remember, you've got options here. It doesn't have to look exactly like what we're doing. Mm-hmm. The goal is to we can row, pull, do something that just kind of looks and feels good for you. Okay. Exercise 3 is going to be a squat, and you're going to see different variations here. Now, a squat's a big movement, so whenever we're warming up with it, I always go a little slow. You see Maggie shaking her hips out, and sometimes we'll even sit down a little low and kind of lean left and right, and we're really just loosening up. That's what this warm-up is all about, is getting you ready for the exercises as they get a little bigger and harder. Mm-hmm. And just so you know what's coming, every week we try to make it a little harder, right? We try to progress a little bit. And so today we've got 4 rounds coming at you. The most we've done in the past has been 3. So 4 rounds will be a big one.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to be ready for it.
Yeah, you guys are going to do awesome.
Your 4th exercise is a push. You'll see both of us start with push-ups. That being said, later on in the workout, you'll see some variations. We'll do a little bit of different stuff here. So again, whatever push works best for you. And if you are choosing to do a push-up, remember, knees can totally be on the ground. Your butt can be up in the air. There's a lot of right ways to make push-ups look good. Mm-hmm. And our last movement is an optional movement. It's a get-up. And so you're going to need a surprise piece of equipment for that, and that could be a singular shoe, a sandal, a flip-flop, or even just a rolled up towel, a small hand towel or a kitchen towel. And you'll see me do that later on. This first one is more about your easy get up, so you'll see me going forward and backward. But after you're done with this, go grab something fun that you think you can balance on your hand. And if you've been in my classes, you know what's coming. Those of you that have not been, this will be a fun little surprise for you. So right now, you've got the next 30 seconds to breathe, kind of chill out, get whatever you need, get a sip of water, keep it handy. Otherwise, get ready, because we've got our next few rounds coming up.
So Erin's going to go get his shoe. Would a light book work?
Yeah.
Like anything that has a flat bottom that's really light.
Yeah.
And not breakable.
Not
right?
sharp.
Not sharp.
breakable.
Yeah.
And it's not dangerous. We just, you're going to be balancing it on your hand.
Almost starting here.
2, 1, and we're off. All right, go ahead and start those deadlifts. You've got 30 seconds. Get rolling.
I was super confused. You see, I didn't even start on time because I'm like, what in the world is that for, Erin?
You grab a shoe.
What?
Yeah, especially just one. Keep things
Who
fun.
uses a shoe, really?
10 points if in the comments you can name that movie without looking it up on Google. All right, you've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and your row. Go ahead and begin. And you warmed this up already, so again, remember, your goal here is to pull those elbows towards the ceiling, towards the wall, whatever your posture is, you're pulling that weight towards yourself. And as always, round 1 is about looking good, feeling good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah, and I knew ahead of time, Erin had told me that we are going to do 4 more rounds. So I'm choosing to do a single arm row so that I can switch
3,
the next round,
2,
and then get
1.
an even count on my arms.
Switch to squats. Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, Megs. That's a great thing. I always like to say, if we have even rounds, it totally makes sense to do one arm occasionally at a time. And even if you're doing odd rounds and you're like, oh, I'm going to get 2 rounds on my right arm, 1 on my left, in the big scoop of things, it just doesn't matter, right? You're not like that one arm is going to get super big or super strong compared to the other one. It's the goal is to show up every day and do this. And if you do this every day, it's going to even itself out. We're not worried. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see that first push. Again, take your time to get down there. You've got 30 seconds. There's no one that says you have to do a rep every single second of this round. Your goal is, like I said, move well, feel well, and realize that you've got a maximum of 30 seconds. Some people, it's going to take more time to transition and get down. You might only have 20 seconds. It's going to work. We promise. You're doing great here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now remember, it's the optional rest time or core time. I'm choosing to use get-ups, and you'll see what I'm going to do with my shoe here. I'm going to balance it on a fist. You could use an open palm. And because you're balancing, it takes quite a bit more time. I think you're going to see me do exactly one full get up from, sitting to standing to come back down again before that time is up and we're getting back into it. So again, this is something to be a little creative. Try it. I guarantee you will be amazed at how challenging it is.
You were concentrating hard.
2, 1, and back to deadlifts. Oh, I sure was. Yeah, and it makes you move a little different. You realize when you're balancing something, you have to get up from the ground. It's challenging. That's a tough thing to do. Okay, now that you're in round 2, your goal is to make everything just a little bit better. It could be more challenging. It could, you could grab a little more weight if you've got some options there. Most people will try to just do more reps, maybe go a little faster. There's lots of options for you to try to dial it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1, go ahead, move into those rows. And the same guideline is here. Round 1 was all about looking good, feeling good. You got a good feel for your body. Now it's about making it feel a little bit more like exercise, right? Dialing it up just a bit more, getting that breath up. And today is a strength day, by the way, which is why we're trying to use weights, why we're trying to use resistance. And whenever we're doing strength, I always remind people that it's not always about just how much weight you're using. Some of it is how fast you're going, how deep you're going. 3, 2, 1, let's go into those squats. So no matter the weight that you have, even if it's body weight, I think there's almost always ways to dial it up and make it a little more challenging.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I chose to do body weights for the first 2 for the first 2 rounds of the squats, and I just dialed it up by doing them a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And I was definitely feeling it by this point.
You've got 5 seconds. Yeah, I know. They add up big time. 3, 2, 1, move into your push, and I'm going to direct your attention to me. You'll see I'm still standing for this one. I'm choosing to grab my kettlebell. You could do this with a dumbbell, and I'm just doing an overhead push. I love this movement, provided that you have healthy shoulders, because it's one of the most realistic pushing things that we'll do. Not a lot of people, I love push-ups. We don't have to push ourselves up off the ground that much. We're much more likely to have to put something up on a shelf or a cupboard or in an airline overhead bin.
That's a good point,
right?
Aaron.
3, 2, 1, and back to your choice of core or rest. Now you'll see me do core again. I always like to tell people that when we're doing strength training, which is what this is, we build in rest. We want you to actually be able to recover so that you can do your strength movements better. We throw that optional core movement in for those people that like to keep moving. So again, remember, it's optional. You can always just take a breather for 30 seconds or do this core movement or any other core movement that you want to. Sit-ups, crunches, anything you want, planks. 3, 2, 1. You're in the start of round 3. Let's go back to your deadlifts. You don't have to answer out loud because that would be weird, but how are you feeling? Right? That's the idea, is you should be able to say, I feel good, I feel great. If you're not feeling great, I always want you to change it up, right? 1, exercise should be enjoyable. If you are making yourself do something that feels horrible, you're like reinforcing some really negative stuff, right? Like you're making it easier for yourself not to do this. 3, 2, 1, let's do those rows. So every chance you get, make it enjoyable. I tell people all the time, if you need to exercise and put a show on to make it more enjoyable, do that. If you need to put your jam on and
jam to your favorite Beyonce, Justin Timberlake,
Hanson.
Just to name a few. Hanson.
Right,
Guilty pleasure.
That should be our question of the day.
Yeah, that'll be today. Yeah.
All right, you've got about 5 more seconds. You're almost done with those rows. 3, 2, 1, let's see that squat. And I should mention, now that we're in the middle of round 3 is about making it feel like exercise. So remember, round 1, you look good, you felt good. Round 2 was about dialing it up a little bit, making it a little harder. Round 3, just ensure that it feels like a workout. I always like to, go ahead.
I was just going to mention that you'll see the way to do squats using the exercise band if you look over at what I'm doing.
Yeah, great example. Stepping on the sides, you kind of hold them up in the middle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see you move to your push. And again, any option that you want to. Push-ups, overhead press, whatever feels best for you. going back to the exercise and making it feel like a workout, I think the simplest way to do it is to just kind of think about how it feels for you. And I always tell my people to rate it. One of three things. Is it easy? Is it medium or moderate? Or is it hard or challenging, right? Like that's the idea. And we're almost always looking for your strength workouts to feel moderate to challenging.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks for that. And you'll see us both take a rest here. As an example, one, I was tired. I wanted to rest.
Yeah. Well, and you could see I was hopping up and coming back and forth between working out and helping out Wally.
Yeah, Wally
really a little passy.
I think he just loves to be doing the exercises.
He just wants to do it with
us. Hey, you guys, I'm over here. All right, you've got about 6 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and you're on your last round, round 4.
Ooh,
yeah,
way to go, you guys. Yeah.
Now, no matter how many rounds you're doing, whether it's 2 rounds, 3, 4, or occasionally 5 rounds, those are coming, by the way. I always say your last round is about finishing well, right? Even if it's round 2, and you're like, but the first round was just about looking good and feeling good. It doesn't matter. Finish well. You've had your chances to make the exercises look good and feel good. You've hopefully had a chance to dial them up, make them feel like exercise.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent. Move to Rose. Thanks for the count, Mags. Yeah, just finish well. You're on your last set. It should look good. It should feel good. It should feel like exercise. You should be in your sweet spot. If it's not, that is on you. Change it up and make it look and feel good. And I forgot to mention, you'll see me do a little profile. This is something I want to do a little more of, is give you all a view kind of from the front and from the side so that you can kind of make it look, well, at least a little similar to mine.
It gives you an idea of what to shoot for. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. That being said, realize that I'm just one person.
And squats here, right, Aaron?
Oh, yeah, squats.
Okay.
Last time squats. What I was going to say is I'm just one person, and I am built uniquely, right? Like we all are.
Yeah,
so I'm going to move a little differently than you are, and it doesn't have to look exactly like what I am doing or like what Maggie's doing. You always have permission to make it look and feel the way that you need to. Comfort is king, right? It always depends on you. 4, 3, 2, 1. No more squats. You finished them. Let's finish off with that press. And something that I wanted you to see from this side press is when I'm holding my kettlebell, I'm trying to hold it in the most secure way possible. So it's hard to see from here, but my hand is actually inside that handle, and I'm holding the bell. I always tell people it's like holding a cannonball. And then you'll see me, if you feel comfortable with a kettlebell, you can put one hand on the handle itself and one hand on the bell. And it makes it a little more challenging on one arm. 3, 2, 1. Your push is done. And again, you've got that last option for get-ups or core or rest. We are going to do a little stretch. If you watched yesterday, we focused on the pattern that lets you sit down cross-leg style, kindergarten style, what we should call it. And that's going to be our stretch for this whole week, or focusing on those muscles and movements that let us sit like that. And it's not just about sitting like that. Sitting like that ensures that you have the ability to bend your knee well.
And you're done with that core movement if you're not looking at the clock.
Yep.
Way to go, gang.
Get caught.
Sorry, Aaron.
No. I get caught monologuing. I'm like a supervillain.
No, you got good stuff to share.
Okay, so the main exercise that we learned yesterday is called a frog pattern, and that's what you see me getting into. Remember with that is that the basic posture is on your hands and your knees. You're gonna try to maybe touch your toes together, or at least you're pointing them towards each other, and then you're very slowly and gently spreading your knees apart. You're pushing them a little farther away. It's a little tough to do on a rug, so you'll see me maybe kind of inchworm them out. I always actually prefer this on a hard surface with a couple of towels under each knee, because then it can slide. Once you've held for about 30 seconds, you're just going to gently rock back and forth. That's the dynamic part, the motion part of this. And again, if this doesn't feel good for you, change it up. It's okay. You could do a different stretch. Just something that we're working on. Okay, I'm going to let Mags wrap us up here. You're almost done with that stretch. The last thing I would say is get back into that cross-leg posture and sit for a bit.
We are just so pumped that you guys are joining us for almost every workout. We have seen people saying, thanks so much, keep it up, this is helping us move. So that's our hope for you guys. Don't forget to hit that little round picture of our family up in the corner, and that way if you hit the bell, you'll always get a notification of when we post a new video. And make it a great day, you guys. We're so proud of you, and we love doing this with you guys. See you later.